The Michigan Natural Features Inventory from the MSU Extension has a super cool map that we recommend people use. It's the Vegetation Circa 1800 map, so this is showing us what our landscape was before settlement. And we are really grateful to the Michigan Natural Features Inventory team for compiling all the information and giving it out to the public. We're going to get from this a better understanding of our site conditions, and really we're going to get a deeper understanding of the pre-settlement landscape. So let's get started. So in step one, you're going to just navigate to the MNFI website. We have a link below, or you can type it into your URL bar. All right, step two, you're going to go down to the resources column, and then from the drop-down menu, choose Vegetation Circa 1800. In step three, you're going to scroll down and you're going to click on the Go to the Map Viewer. This is on the Vegetation Circa 1800 page, which has more to read. You can read more about there. But for this video, we're just going to look at going into that and going to the map. So go ahead and do that. It's going to bring up a map. This is a super cool map. It's an interactive map. And it's really interesting to go back and forth over all of Michigan to see what was here before. In step four, you're going to type your site's address into the bar that says Find Address or Place. In step five, you can swipe over the map to see what your cover type is, and you might be at an area where there is multiple cover types, and you can click around and see what those are. They will be designated with different colors. You can also look at the water that's nearby. That's always helpful to know and interesting. But from this information, you will get the cover type. That isn't exactly your historic ecosystem, and this is where things get a little bit tricky, but we still got you. The cover type is a broad way of describing the area, but in order to find out the historic ecosystem, you're actually going to need to get a little bit more specific, and you're going to need to know what is the natural community. So here we go. We at Adapt Community Supported Ecology have made a little conversion of the natural community for the different cover types. But we've only done this for southern Michigan in the Lower Peninsula, so we hopefully will have more soon, but for now, this is just southern Michigan's little conversion to figure out what is your natural community. But on the left-hand side is where you're going to find the cover type that you saw from the map. And then on the right-hand side would be your natural community. And this might be straightforward. There might just be one, like the first one listed, the Black Oak Barren, only has one natural community. It's the Oak Barrens. But in southern Michigan, there's a lot of mixed oak savanna. And for that, there are multiple natural communities. So you're going to need to do a little bit more research in the case of that being your historic ecosystem. Here are the ones listed for southern Michigan. If you know your natural community, congratulations, you can go on. Either way, you're going to go on to this sixth step, which is opening a new tab to the MNFI homepage, which can then take you by scrolling down a little and to the natural communities right next to where you were before, resources, clicking on that, and then going to communities by name and by group. If you know yours, you can search it and you can read more about it. And if you don't know yours yet, then we still got you. You're going to click on the by group column. And from that, you're going to see a longer list of different natural communities. And you can maybe find yours by reading more about the different ones in your terrestrial class. Like, is your area a forest, prairie, or a savanna? You're going to need to read more about those different ones and figure out what characteristics line up and don't. Congratulations, you did it. You can now go on to read more about your historic ecosystem and delve into something that interests you. We also recommend you use the USDA soil map to better understand issues related to water.
The Michigan Natural Features Inventory is so helpful in better understanding what was here pre-settlement in Michigan. And you can learn so much more about what were the natural processes, the vegetation. You can find plant lists. You can find trees and shrubs that were there before. Things like rare plants or rare animals is on there. Similar communities. There's even things like places to visit and further reading, which is always helpful. If you guys have any questions, just let us know. We hope you find this helpful. Big thanks to MSU Extension for all of this useful information. Big thanks to our donors. Again, we hope you find this helpful.